Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 87 of Building Your Very Own Delorean from the Back to the Future films. This issue, we have some parts. We've got lots and lots of little parts in this one. We've got bulbs and other stuff. So, yeah, let's have a look at what we're going to be doing. We're going to be fitting some things to the interior. More details to the interior there. And then fitting the interior to the main chassis. So quite a bit going on. Lots of wires to route and sort out and that. All good stuff. Let's have a look. Dean Cundy. Yep. I don't know who he is, but he's obviously director of photography. There we go, it tells you. In the next issue, we've got the rest of the seatbelts to do. Because they've obviously fitted to the car, to the door. No, it must be to the car, and then you can't do that until it's all together. So yeah, let's get these parts ready and see where they all go. Okay, here are the parts supplied today. We've got a couple of strips of bulbs, some sticky tape by the looks of it, little squares of tape, other little detail bits, bigger detail bits, little box, little thing. We've got what looks like some sort of, oh, that's the screw they're holding down the wires thing. But we've got a couple of metal bars in there as well. There is some sort of hinge and lots of different types of screw. So let's get straight to it. From before, we've got the interior piece. Then it looks like we're putting the larger control panel onto the roof assembly. Get this the right way around. It goes like that. Well, that's where we're working on. So probably that bit going on there. It's got a bulb in there as well by the looks of it. So we've got a pin one side, through the other bit, and a bulb on that bit there. That all lines up there. Goes in like that. So then we are using some GP screws to hold those in place, not BP. These. Actually, I'll get the screws in on my own time. Let's get all the bits where they need to go first. We've got these two, which are the same. They are going. They're the same. They are the same, yes. So they're going to go one way and the other way, like that, and like that. They'll go in there. So, screws holding that in place as well. Another box. Go in there. In on one corner. In there like that. Screws to that. These pieces are going to go. Oh, they're the sun visors. Okay, I recognise what they are now. So they've got holes in there. That's right. This is where the pins come into play. Although, right, these have somehow got broken in the packaging. I did find these two broken bits and wondered what they're for. Now I know they are for here. I need to re-glue those onto there. One on each of those. It's obviously got squished somewhere along the line, so I'll have to figure out which one goes on which and sort that out. So they are going on there. These are fitting on the inside there, because that bit will go through there. Pin that's broken off goes through there into the middle of that, and that's where the bar that I can't find again now go through that to hold that in place. Right, okay, I understand what that is. That's both of those. Then we've got some wires to route in. Let me get this fixed, get these all screwed in, and then we'll see how that works and where the wires have got to route. Okay, so that's all of those held in place. I put one of those on to see how it goes, and it does work. This I've obviously glued in place, as you can tell. And so that goes in from this side, a bit like that. On the other side, that comes through the hole there. Then you can just use a little bar through there, which then sort of locks in place. Then you need cover that goes over the top of it. I say locks in place, it's just falling back out again. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. You get that in the right place there. That then goes over the top of it. But that isn't. A bit like that. And then you've got the two little screws that hold it in place. And when you tighten it down, it should. It works the same as the other side does. Give enough of a friction fit, if it works. That means you can move the sun visor and it stays where you want it to be. So it will stay up if you need it up. If you want to have it down for whatever reason, then you can. So that should just, yeah, there we go. You can have that flipped up or down. Obviously, treat it gently and you should be okay. You obviously need it to be able to fold up so you can get to these screw holes underneath there. But for now, that is that. So let's have a look at the next step, which is the wires. We've got both of these need to go in place. What have we got there? That's 2 coming off of that one and 3 coming off of that one. So the first one that it shows putting it in place is in fact the 3. So we've got one going up there, there and there, and then the other one doesn't have the other one. The other one goes elsewhere. That goes into the actual body. So this is the one that goes on there. It's, yeah, then we're using the bit that I can't find now. That goes across here and holds both of these wires coming out of there. So let's get these in the right place. These are already folded over at 90 degrees, which is quite convenient. We've got one there. And there and one there. Right, okay. So the next longest one is going to come along to there. And the final one is just going in there. Like that. They will sit in place and they will get routed in the right general direction by the wires. That's going to go down there, isn't it? Wires are going to double up rather than, yeah. So they're going to go along there. That's going to go along there, and we'll put that in place with a IP screw. That's an empty bag. One of those. Right, then it says to use a couple of bits of tape, basically to cover over the bulbs. So I shall get those done. I'll get that screw in. And which side is the screw? The screw goes on the side closest to me. Get that in there, through there and into there. I'll get that done. I'll get the wires routed and then we'll bring in the rest of it. Okay, I pulled through the other wires through these holes and put the tape over there where it says to put it. I don't know if that's going to be permanent. I know it's going to be covered by the strip, but we might need to adjust how far these come through. Maybe, I'm not sure. Next up, we are just going to be installing this. So I need to turn it over again. I will be taping down these doors and probably the bonnet as well. I don't know how much more flipping over we've got to do, but I know very soon we are going to be fitting this to the rest of it, the interior. So there's lots of stuff to be done, but I think it would be easier to take this when it's attached to the interior. So when I'm doing all of that, so we'll see how it goes. So all of these wires, including the new one that I've just put through there, we need to make sure they come out the back, a bit like that. Got to be careful of the rear view mirror there as well. Get those out of the way. So this is going in there. These wires coming out the back as well. Going around the things, rear view mirror and everything. That's going to be fun. Rear view mirror. Let's say that off for now, shall we? It's going to be the easiest way of doing it. So where are the holes that I'm lining up for? There we go. There's one there. And there. And that this side of that, I think. Very tight. Button that down. So the wires stay where they need to be. So it's tight. Strange. Right. So we've got 6 screws to put into this. There's one right in the middle there. 3 across there, 3 across there, and then 2 more to do at the end there when we get it finally assembled. That's got to go in there. It's matching up with the interior there. And all about like there. That seems quite high. To go there. Little lump on that side, but not on the other. I don't know what that's for. But maybe about there. I need to fold these down carefully to get to that, and that. Right, I'm going to have a little bit of manipulation and get these in the right place. I shall come back and show you when I'm putting the last couple of screws in. Okay, there we go. Wires all routed neatly out the back. I put the rear view mirror back on. 6 screws in there, all nice and tight. The last one going down over this side to hold that side panel in place, a bit like that. So I am very happy. I like it when things come together, and it certainly has come together for this part today. So that is that. The interior is very, very close to being done now, I think. Hopefully soon we'll get to test all the lights, because there's lots of wires and things that we need to connect up. But that is that. I shall put this carefully aside until we do the next part, which is the seat belts, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'm not happy with how these wires are up the side there. There's obviously some panels to go across there a little bit more. So the other half of the seat belts put in, and then we'll be getting to installing it all together, I think. We've got plug down there for the, is that the engine bay light, or the huge compartment light? There's lots of lights. I can't wait to see Fox do these bits, because he loves electricity. Right, thanks for watching. I shall get to the next part very soon. So see you soon for that. Bye bye for now.